Welcome to InCabin. From the creators of AutoSens, InCabin connects the global community of automotive interior specialists who are working on in-cabin safety, comfort, and productivity solutions through industry-leading events and knowledge sharing. We are joined today by Sergi from IDNEO. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me here, Sarah. It's a pleasure. I've been watching all these interviews in YouTube, so I'm excited that today is my turn. So thank you for
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see you again. Of course, we all know IDNEO well at InCabin, but for those who don't or who are just new to you, can you introduce IDNEO?
Yes, of course. So IDNEO is a company which is specialized in the design, development, manufacturing, as well of high added value components as well. And we have as well a part of validation and certification. Okay? IDNEO headquarters are here where I am today. Today I'm in my new room that we just celebrating the inauguration today. And in Barcelona, okay, with a very nice sunny weather, which I hope we'll have the same sunny weather when we have the Congress in Barcelona in the 9th. So bring the swimming clothes in case of, okay. And we are 530 employees in IDNEO. So we are mainly focused on the automotive sector, but as well we have a business line for medical technologies as well and industrial. And when we talk about automotive, which is where we are today, we have components from electronics control units, we have passive keyless entry access, we have telematics, we have antennas, infotainment, and where we are today, in-cabin technologies, which we are having radar and cameras. Okay, so this is in a nutshell what IDNEO is.
Fabulous. Thank you for that. So we'll jump right into some questions. So how is IDNEO differentiating from competitors in the integration of different technologies to improve both the user and OEM experiences?
Okay, so one of the key advantages from IDNEO is that we were one of the first companies getting into this new in-cabin domain. So thanks to this early engagement, we have been able to get a very detailed market understanding, okay? And when we present ourselves in front of the market, we present as the point of equilibrium between the three main pillars, which has in-cabin, which is first of all, regulation, second, technology, and third, of course, the customers. When we talk about regulation, we have a specific team which is following very closely all the regulations, and we are not talking about mandatory, but as well the consumer ratings like NCAP, for example, and we are part of all these organizations which are supporting to define the protocols. When we talk about technology, thanks as well to the early engagement, we have been able to develop our own portfolio considering all in-cabin technologies, okay? This is very important because when we go to the customers and we receive the requirements, we are not just trying to push the technology we have. As we have a broad spectrum of all technologies, we just provide the best technology that we think that will meet the customer requirements. And the third, which we mentioned, our customer experience, okay, we are not only talking about the OEMs, but we have a vision of B2B2C. Okay, it's very important, even if we are a tier one supplier, to understand the final user. So in-cabin is a new domain where OEMs are a little bit starting to understand how it works. As well, we know the regulations are building up. So it's very important to not only meet regulations, but understand what the user will value, right? And we have a very focus on the user experience as well. So these is the three main advantages that we offer to our customers.
Yeah, those are very compelling advantages. What are the biggest technical challenge the IDNEO engineering team has faced with the in-cabin technologies, and how have they overcome them?
Yeah, so this is a very, very, very good question because challenge automotive is always a challenge, and when you add new technologies, even harder, right? So I mean, the typical that I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has not been sleeping at night in this sector is that automotive, the high cost pressure always. So low cost, we have the OEMs pushing us to bring down the cost. But on the other hand, you have the uncertainty of this in-cabin. So the regulations look like today are this, they keep growing as well. So we need to balance both things, right? And the approach that IDNEO is having, right, how to mitigate this, we have like three main steps that we do. First of all, we do each of the functions, not only as our component, but at the system level. So we work very closely with our vehicle customers to see the function at the vehicle level. Okay. Second is we have a fully dedicated data team, which are responsible for maximizing the performance of our algorithms in the existing hardware. Okay. And third, which is something that we clearly ask and recommend the customers to do, is we aim to start with a scalable hardware solution. Okay, so the hardware that we propose is not only to meet today's, but is to meet today's and the future as well functions. Okay, and these are the three main items that we do to mitigate this.
What trends does IDNEO see as the most promising for the future of in-cabin technologies, and for which applications?
Yeah, so the trend that we are seeing here at IDNEO, after talking to the whole market, technology, and customers, we do think that we are moving to a more complex architectures. So the first functions have been able to meet with standalone components like radar standalone function, camera standalone function, but we see that we have a highly increased of performance, KPIs, and very important as well to have a good false positive, right? So we don't want to annoy and have a very good user experience. So we do think that we are moving towards a more complex architectures with more hardware components. Secondly, based on these more complex architectures, we see a trend to a more advanced artificial intelligence algorithms as well. We talk as well of having not only raw data from one component, but fusing data, object data from different sensors, like say radar and cameras all together. And third, and which is the most amazing, that even the challenge and that we are suffering in this domain is the functions that we see, right? It's very good, very nice to see when we have this new technology of at the end we have sensor that monitors the human factors of the people inside, right? So every time that we do brainstorming, we come across with new functions. Okay, so the way we see the functions roadmap is, first of all, we need to meet regulations. Okay, but secondly, provided that the customer sees I need to have this hardware to meet regulations, let's be open-minded, see what else I can do, right? And for example, I put the example of the radar, right? So I have to have a radar to meet the child detection, okay? But considering that I must have the radar, can I get more out of this? So start thinking, so can I do functions like seatbelt reminder? I mean, my radar is getting me data from the people, where are they, right? So can I get seatbelt reminder? Right, then is a cost saving. So the second block, so first the regulation, but the second block is I can do cost saving of existing technologies. Intrusion alert as well. I can use the same radar which is doing the child detection to do intrusion alert. So you can remove the existing sensors and use the same sensor. But not only cost saving as well, we are showing as a third block comfort features, user experience, added value for the user. So the same radar which is doing child detection, now I will use it for seatbelt reminder. But this radar is getting vital signs from the driver, right? So can I get these vital signs to measure the state of comfort of the driver and improve this? So I retrofit all this information to the infotainment and I try to adjust the music, the air condition, the temperature inside, the lighting. So I improve the comfort thanks to this. And the fourth, and is what in IDNEO we envision, like looks a little bit like a Star Wars movie, but we do believe, is when we talk about data factory, right? So, and here you have a highlight for my speech. So I think that in-cabin will improve the whole population health in the world, because having like a small vehicle, right, where we can have up to 5 people in a steady condition, measure all these vital signs, be able to label this, we can get all these big data of vital signs, okay, and use it for the predictive model of illness prediction, right? And we aim that this is going to be a big step. Of course, today We have GDPR, so it's still under definition, but we see this one in a long term that InCabin will improve the health of the population.
With all of these complex systems you're working on, how does IDNEO ensure that the in-cabin systems meet safety and reliability standards?
As well as it's a matter of having the right people, right? I was mentioning we have a fully dedicated team which is following standards. We have a fully dedicated team which is following the reliability. Okay, so it's having the right team. But we go a little bit beyond. So what we are not only aiming to meet the standards, okay? So what we aim is to meet the real user scenarios in the real field, okay? So we focus to meet, we want to save real kids, for example, child detection. We want to save real humans, okay? Of course, we need to meet the regulations, but this is the secondary. For us, first, we want to meet real user cases scenarios in the field.
That seems very logical.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about a recent collaboration with an OEM or OEMs and how IDNEO's technology has contributed to the in-cabin approach?
Yeah. Yes, I mean, as you know, I cannot disclose any name of our customers, but I mean, I'm really proud that I can say that yes, we have several business awards. So if we move to the OMS, the Occupant Monitoring System, we have a mass production award, which soon will be in mass production with one top OEM based on a 24 GHz technology. As well, we have a second mass production award for a child presence detection radar as well based on 60 GHz technology. That is on the OMS part. On the DMS part as well, we have several business awards from top OEMs, from 2D infrared cameras to cover the DMS functions. One is already in production, and the next one that we will be putting in production as well soon. Okay, so we have, I just mentioned 4. And honestly, we have more collaborations with OEMs, which I reserve this like to tease a little bit. So come to the InCabin Congress, and we will talk more about the projects that we're doing there.
That's fantastic. It's great to hear you guys have had so much success already in the in-cabin space. We love seeing your team at our events. You guys are so much fun and so knowledgeable. It's been wonderful to have you. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Sarah. So thank you very much for this time. Thank you.
For more information on IDNEO and to find out about our upcoming events, check out the links in the description or visit InCabin.com. And for more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow InCabin on LinkedIn. From the Twin Cities, on behalf of InCabin, I'm Sarah Sargent.